Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are looking at another Black Friday polish. This is, I believe it was Dostoevsky that said Later Fucker by Lacquer. That title is very funny, but so long. I'm going to shorten it in the titles because I know it's going to cause me a headache just looking at it. I can only make the font so small before it's unreadable. This is a pickle green jelly base with flakes that shift over from blue to green to gold and orange. I feel like I see a violet in the bottle as well as a pink, but I am not certain that translates onto the nails. We'll have to see. You can really see how jelly this is in the first coat. I suppose you could wear this in one coat, but I wanted more flakes, so I'm probably going to do 2 minimum with this polish. However, I do have a very sheer orange polish this might go along with, so I might wear it in one for that purpose. While we're here in the LEDs, you're mainly going to see those flakes as gold to green with a flash of orange here and there. This is another polish I wore ages ago, but it was delayed by technical difficulties of various kinds. I had taken the footage and done some editing, but I had not recorded the audio, and then my computer died. And once this had been delayed that long, I thought, what's another week? I might as well hold on to this and post it in March for St. Patrick's Day. My channel sort of functions like an extended what I wore, and so I try not to move things around arbitrarily. But I applied this polish on January 20th, if that gives you any idea of how long I've sat on this. In the second coat, we get a tiny amount more color from the base, but most of the opacity is coming from additional flakes. You will notice this is a pattern with this polish. This is definitely not a polish for the nail line haters, because this polish isn't even going to pretend to cover up that nail line. Lately, I have been feeling the lack of flake and glitter polishes in my collection. I know that my first instinct is to overtly love every shimmer that comes my way, but I do like flakes and glitters. Somehow, when I'm purchasing, though, I often talk myself out of the flake bombs in favor of, you guessed it, shimmers. If I had to guess, I would say my collection is made up of about 70% shimmers. So I'm trying to put some conscious effort into stopping myself from doing this. So on Black Friday, I purposely tried to grab some flaky bombs and some glitters because I had felt I was neglecting those. And I do hope to repeat that in the near future. You'll see something very similar in this coat that you saw previously. We get a little more green base, but mostly those extra flakes. This is just not an opaque polish. I suppose you could sponge this on, but you would lose that green base. And I like the look of it painted on. Maybe it's because I'm hungry and all I can think about is pickles. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I'd been making some interesting mistakes with my footage, and I thought I'd just go into that here. So one of the things I have been forgetting to do is take photographs of my hands. Normally, I use those for my thumbnails, and it's not that hard to take a screenshot of my moving footage, but I kind of hate doing it. This very much perplexes me because I already have my camera in my hand to take the other footage, and I just forget to do this. I've got no idea why I forget. In the sun shot, we start off with more gold and green in the flakes in the more direct light. As I move around to the left, the oblique sun changes the flakes to green and blue. I think it gets over to a cobalt color, but never quite makes it to purple or violet. But that blue is an easy shift in bright light, and you will see it again. The other thing that has been vexing me is the amount of sunshine this winter. When I go to take my footage, I have the knowledge it will be incomplete because I won't have any sun. So do I post videos with 3 versions of no sunshine, or do I reapply that same polish when there is some sunshine? So far, I've just been holding on to that footage and not making videos out of it because I feel like there isn't enough there. So you might be getting some mismatched footage in the future because I'm trying to correct this particular problem. The sun and shade shot gives you an idea of how the jelly base changes. In the brighter areas, it is definitely translucent. In the sun, the gold, green, and blue are the most prominent part of the flakes. But when I get into the shade, the shininess of the flakes is so distracting that it creates the illusion of more opacity. And you can see the orange in the flakes becoming a bigger part of the composition in the shade. But at no point do I stop seeing my nail beds. The other thing I did lately that blew my own mind was to apply moisturizer to my hands and then fail to clean off my nail plates with acetone. My polish started chipping the very same day it was applied, and I thought, oh my God, something has gone wrong with my base coat. What has happened? Then I realized what I'd done, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not the base coat, that's me. Not one of my best moments. The artificial light shot also makes the flakes look very metallic and lustrous. You can watch them move all the way from blue to green to gold to orange on the right side near the window. And as I move around to the incandescents on the left, we're mostly back to green and gold with some flashes of orange. I feel like this makes my nails look like a snake with LED neon scales, or if you put a neon snake in a black light. Sorry about my fingers sort of being all over the place, but my hand was cramping for some reason this day. This was the best footage I had, so we are indeed stuck with it. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so that I can sculpt a long and winding slide made of snow so that my squirrels can descend from my roof to my yard in one extended slippery decline. Please enjoy a clip of the blue jay coming back for another peanut in the deeper snow.